This video lecture is about the digital multimeter. The multimeter has two types. One is digital multimeter and analog multimeter. In digital multimeter, we can have the display as in digital, and the common the display readout to be digital. If it is an analog multimeter, the multimeter display readout will be analog. In both digital multimeter and analog multimeter, we can measure three components, and one is voltage, current and the resistance. The voltmeter measures the voltage across the component in volt. Similarly, the resistance ohmmeter measures the resistance in ohms, and ammeter measures the current in amperes. This is a basic block diagram of a digital multimeter. In this digital multimeter, we can have a multiple option. In this, the resistance will be measured by the switch selection, and it will be a buffer amplifier, and it will be given to a final analog to digital converter. Finally, it will display on the digital. And the second one is AC voltage. So AC voltage is calibrated alternator is given, and the AC signal is converted into rectifier. And similarly, the third question is AC current. It will convert the current into AC current into DC current with this rectifier element. Both AC voltage and AC current will be converted from alternating current signals into DC signals. Finally, it will given to analog to digital converter, and it will be given to supply. And the fourth and fifth questions are directly taken the DC current as well as voltage. Here the current and voltage are converter and calibrated and attenuator, and finally given to the analog to digital converter, and it will given to the display. This is the basic block diagram of a digital multimeter. So for measuring the resistance, we are using buffer amplifier. Normally it is also called as buffer. It provides electrical impedance transmission from one circuit to another with the aim of preventing the signal source. And it will be affected by whatever the current, voltage or any buffer current. That voltage load may be produced. So this signal is buffered from the load current. So there are two main types of buffers exist. One is voltage buffer and current buffer. Another one block diagram we can see in the basic block diagram of a digital multimeter is current to voltage converter. So the current signals or equivalent current signals are converted into equal voltage signal. Then only it will be read in the display readout. So the current signal amplifier is inverting amplifier is used, and the current signals are converted into voltage signals across the amplifier, analog to digital converter to convert the analog value into equivalent digital value, and it will be given to the decay counter for display. And there are two types of multimeters are available. One is scalable digital multimeter, and another one is auto ranging digital multimeter. So what is a scalable digital multimeter? So we have to choose according to the value of the resistance, voltage or current. But auto ranging digital multimeter, it will automatically change the range of voltage, current and resistance. If you see the digital multimeter, there are two layers. One is it is across in the display, that is readout. So the top portion of the meter contains the digital readout area, and the readings are displayed. And below that we can have a functional dial switch. Function dial switch is available. It consists of four things. Number one is voltage, current and resistance. Even the voltage, current and resistance, the current and voltages are divided into two parts, that is AC voltage and DC voltage. Another one AC current and DC current. And the function switch is used to select the function, and finally it will be off. There are four different categories. One is current, voltage, resistance, and another one is off position. If you see the function dial switch separately, this is off. Whenever we are not using the multimeter, it will be in the off position. And this is DC voltage and this is AC voltage, and this is AC current and this is resistance. So these are the major four parts of a multimeter. And what is the procedure to measure voltage? If you want to measure a voltage, first we must know about what is the position of the multimeter. So this is the position of the terminals where we are going to measure the voltage. So the voltage and the resistance will be taken from the same knob and it will be connected. And finally these two terminals are connected to the points where to measure the voltage. And we have to adjust the range to the number little higher than the predicted value. If we want to measure 300 voltage, we have to select the switch as more than 300 voltage. Then only it can measure up to 300 voltage. So whatever the real value, we have to predict the value and accordingly we have to choose the selection. And similarly we have to plug in the test leads into the common black color and voltage will be in red color terminals. Apply the lead to the test circuit and position reposition of the test till depending upon the reading appear on the meter LCD. While measuring AC voltage, variations may happen in the reading as the result or as the test continues to be measurable steady. So if the reading will be oscillation, we have to measure when it is saturate or the steady state. And how to measure a current? Similarly, plug the leads into the terminals marked as milliamp for lower current and ampere for the amps for the over 500 milliampere. So set the dial to AC or DC current depending upon the circuit being measured. And similarly, apply the lead to the open circuit current and observe the measurement. So the open circuit current will be closed while the leads are connected to the terminals. And to test the resistance in the digital multimeter, turn on the power off and the circuit being tested. Similarly, adjust the meter dial to the resistance mode, choose the suitable range on the dial, plug in your test leads into the suitable terminals, connect the leads to the component being tested and note the reading. So this is a sample reading will be given for easy understanding. And how to measure a resistance. So the first thing is, if we have a reading like 1, display means the resistance is higher than the current dial setting. So if this happens, we have to choose higher rating of switch position. So set the dial to the value greater than the resistor value being to be measured. For example, 5000 ohm resistor, the dial to be 20K. Similarly, 300 ohm resistor, we have to set into 2000. And one more option is given to the given in the digital multimeter. It is continuity checker. So this continuity checker is used to measure not to measure, we can use to test the conductor whether the continuity is continuous. So adjust the dial to the meter continuity of the little speaker function. So the plug the test into the suitable terminal and touch the component under the test using the leads. So once if the continuity is same, we can have a beep sound. Otherwise, if the terminal is not continuity, and we are not getting any sound. So after this, we can measure the digital multimeter is used to measure the resistance, current, and voltage. Thank you.